Hello everybody, welcome back to Dice Out. This is Cameron and I am excited to bring you a strategy that I play when I want to relax, when I want to just spend time, don't want to take a ton of risk, but one that will end out up if it's not up currently when you need to stop. So I'm going to play for 10 shooters. I have been out the last couple of weeks. I'm in the Army National Guard as well, so I had annual training. And so thank you for watching and for commenting. I'm getting back to as many of these comments as I can. Super happy to make strategy videos again, just because I like sharing the way that I think about craps and maybe helping some people out in the process. So there you go. Today's strategy is based on the Hedgeless Horseman, which as far as I understand is made popular by John over at Pro Craps. Then I incorporate the ladder method into it. Ladder has some different names to it, but ladder was made popular as far as I know by Wayland's Way Craps. So this strategy allows you to do to make money without taking a ton of risk. I have a $500 bankroll. The Hedgeless Horseman basics is you only start out with 4 units on the Hedgeless Horseman. You have 1 unit on the Don't Pass, and then you have 3 successive combats wherever they go, right? So we'll get into that, but on any loss, we ladder up for the next time on that position. So you've got 1 position, 2 position, position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4. I started that out. Hopefully you can see it with 4 marks there. And then we're going to keep track of which numbers the positions are on. So once you get used to this, you're going to be able to do it. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but again, it's like riding a bicycle. Once you adjust to it, it's fine. So I'm going to keep track of the point just because it matters for the Don't Pass. And so we're going to come out. I'm going to choose a couple of dice, maybe like a 6 or an 8. Yeah, there's an easy 6. And we're going to roll. Let's roll. Let's go. We've got dice out. We're out on a 5, fever 5. So we've got a Don't Pass on 5. So my first position, I just write a 5. Okay, and then I've got a combat here. We're going to go for 10 shooters, like I said. Wow. So we roll a 5 right back. So the second position goes to the 5. The Don't Pass loses, right? So we're not going to replace the Don't Pass. So we are just coming out, and the third position is going to be a combat, only instead of being on the combat, we're coming out, so it goes on the pass line. So the pass line is the same thing as the combat on the initial roll, okay? Otherwise it would be the combat. But what we are going to do is change our number on the first position from 1 to 2. That means we're going to 2 units on the first position bet the next time. So we have 5 now as our second position number, and we're rolling to come out, see what our third position number is. So we're out on the 8. So we've got blank, we've got 0, 5, and 3 as our 3 positions, and we're going to put out a 4th position bet here. Again, the Hedgeless Horseman is a Don't Pass followed by 3 combats. Only the way that I play it, I don't replace on that roll. And really, the true strategy, I don't believe it's replaced either. And we roll a 7. So the 4th position won. So we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it at a single unit. However, the 5 and the 8 lost. Okay, and so those will all go to 2 units. So now, on your little notepad, you're going to go 2, 2, 2, 1, right? And then the machine will clean this up for you, and then you pay the one that won. Okay, and as I go, this will become more and more clear. It might be clear as mud right now. This will become more and more clear. So we're coming out again. We're at our first position bet, which is 2 units. If this wins, it's going to go down to 1 unit. If it loses, it's going to go up to 3 for the next time. So we're going to roll, and we rolled a 6. So we're out on 6. My second position bet is also 2 units, but on for my first position bet, I'm going to write a 6. That's what number that is, and we roll a 5. So the combat is going to go to the 5 and replace it. I'm going to write a 5 on the pad. Okay, And my third position bet is, again, 2 units. So I'm 2, 2, 2, 1. And we're rolling. And we roll a 7. So in this case, the third position bet won. Okay. So we're going to pay that. The second position bet, which is on the 5, lost. So that's going to go to 3 units. Okay. And then the first position bet here also won. So we never made it to the fourth position bet on that one. So all of this wins. The first position bet goes down to 1. And so if you've been following along, the way we do this is 1, 3, 1, 1. Okay? 1, 3, 1, 1. Because the third position bet 1 on the come. So we 7'd out, and the come wins, 7-11 wins on the come line. And the first position bet also won. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Also won. So that one. So now we're at 1, 3, 1, 1. And we are down another shooter. So we're coming out. 7. 7 on the come out. Okay. So the way I play it, this is your choice. I go to 2 on that first position shooter, and I keep that as I only give it 1 chance on the don't pass. I go to my pass line, which would be my come line if a point had been established. Okay, so I go or the don't pass at 1. This would normally be my come line, so I was at 1, 3, 1, 1. Instead of the come line, I'm going to go to the pass line. Okay, so 3 units. So I'm at 1, 3, 1, 1. And I roll a 7. Sweet. So that's my second position bet. Again, 3. And I won 3 units. So in this case, I'm going to go down to 2 units on the pass line. It's still my second position bet. And it would still be the come if, under a normal situation. So my my real numbers, my place numbers are 0 and 5 so far. So I was at 1, 3, 1, 1. So here's my third position bet, a 1 unit. There's a 6. Okay. My fourth position bet is 1 unit. So I write down a 6. So I'm at 0, 5, 6. And 6. Sweet. So my that pays. That goes there. And my third position bet comes back down. So my fourth position bet, is at a 6 as well. But then I'm waiting to see my third position bet. Okay. So it's at a 5. So my third position bet is now at a 5. So I was at 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 6. But now I'm at my pass line 1. Because that's my point. So my pass line wins. I go back down. This is my second position bet, remember. So that I have made it all the way back down to the first level on my second position bet. So now I'm technically at 2, 1, 1, 1, except we're not putting out our first position bet anymore, but until we 7 out. So anyway, so I'm at 0. And I'm waiting for my second position bet to seat. And then we're at 5 and 6. Okay? See what our number is going to be? Oh, it's a 7. So this 1. Okay, so the pass line, my second position bet 1 on the pass line. So I get paid there. My third and fourth position bets lose. Okay? So I'm going to start, in this case, with my second position bet. So those lost. So I'm at 2, 1, 2, 2. Okay? 2, 1, 2, 2. These go away because there was a 7, right? Anytime a 7 rolls, the come bets lose. However, I have not 7'd out. So I'm going to, that was a 7 on the come out instead of a 7 out. So I'm going to start with my second position bet. I'm going to put, and I'm going to just come out again, right? 5, fever 5. Start with and here's my third position bet, which is now at 2 units. So I'm at 2, 1, 2, 2. So I'm at, actually, I skipped the first position bet there for reasons that I just stated. So that goes to the 8. So I'm at 0, 5, 8. And then 2 units here on the 4th position bet. 7. Okay, so now we have 7'd out. So we can reset and include the first position bet again. So my 4th position bet 1. So it's going back down to 1 unit. Okay. But my 3rd position bet on the 8 lost. So it's going to 3 units. My 2nd position bet on the 5 also lost when we 7 out. So it's going to 2 units. And then from when my don't pass lost, I'm already at 2 units on my first position bet. Okay. Rewind this, rewatch it if you need to. I will explain it again if I need to. It'll be fine. So this goes in my rack, this goes away, and we're done with that shooter. So right now I'm at 2, 2, 3, 1. Okay, 2, 2, 3, 1. I have no idea how that's coming across in terms of just like being in focus or whatever. So, all right. So I'm doing 2 on the don't pass. 10, Tennessee. All right. So I write down my 10. That's my number for the position 1. 2 on the 2nd position. Whoo, back-to-back 10. All right. 2nd position is also at 10. My 1st position lost. It's going to 3, but I'm not going to replace it. Okay. So now my 2nd position's at 10. 1st position's at 0. Okay. And then I proceed. I was at 2, 2, 3, 1. So now I'm going to 3 units on the pass line because we're coming out instead of the come. Yo 11. And that 1. So that's cool. So 3 units, 1 is going to go down to 2 units. Okay. And so I'm at 3, 2, and then 2 now, 1. Yo 11, back-to-back jack. So I'm all the way back down to my base level on my 3rd position bet. So that's cool. 3, 2, 1, 1. And we're still waiting to seat that pass line. So there's a 5. Okay. So I'm at 0, 10, 5 as far as like what the actual numbers are. And then I was at 2, 2, 3, 1. So I'm only single unit on my 4th bet. 9, Nina Pasadena. So I'm at 0, 10, 5, 9 in terms of like what the positions, what the numbers are relative to the positions. So now we just roll. 8. 8 wins and loses nothing. There's a 5. That won my 3rd position bet, which is on the pass line. So there we go. That was already at a single unit. So I'm going to do that again. And of course, we're up for the bankroll, so you can reset if you want. But so there we go. And we're coming out. So there's an 8. So my 3rd position bet was at a 5. Now it's at an 8. So I've got my 1st position bet not on the board. I've got my 2nd on the 10. I've got my 3rd on the 8. And I've got my 4th on the 9. Okay. There's a 5. Fever 5. No action. Yo 11. Field, come get some. There's a 6. Easy 6. No action on the 6. There's another 6. Easy 6. 3 6s in a row. 5s in a row. And so there's another 5. Hey, there's a 10. That's cool. So we are, I'm going to trade out 100 in red for 4 green. Okay. So there's 4 green. And I'm going to pay. So this will come down. I'm going to pay that. And then it'll come down to base unit as well. So there we go. So, right. So now I'm at 3, 1, 1, 1. My first position bet is still at 3 units, but it's not on the board, so I just have to roll without it. And there's an 8. So here we go. So we're at the pass line 1. Okay. I'm going to move my pass line over here because I'm not sure how well it's showing in the camera. So we're still coming out. And there's another 8. So that one. Okay. So my second position bet is now at 8. Okay. 0, 8. I'm at 0, 8, 0, 9. So here's my third position bet. We 7 out. Okay. So third position bet wins. Second and fourth position bet lose. So I'm at 3 again from the first. 2, 1, 2. 3, 2, 1, 2. Okay. And we're coming out again. So we've got 3 here on the don't pass. 10. Hard 10. 2. So again, write down the number that it corresponds to. 3 units corresponds to the 10. I've got 3, 2, 1, 2 are my 4 numbers that I'm keeping up with. There was a 7 out. Wow, cool. Okay, so that wins, and that also wins. So we win all of this, and we didn't even place the third and fourth position, so those are still at 1 and 2, respectively. But my first position now goes down to 2. My second position goes to 1. My third and fourth positions stay at 1 and 2. I'm going to take a quick peek to see how well this is coming through. Yeah, 3, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so I was at 3, but then the first bet 1, and then 2, the second bet 1, and then 1 and 2, because those never even made it into play. Okay, so we're going to take this away. It's another shooter. We're going to come out again, reduce this. Again, you can reset because we're up all of this money. We're up $50, $75 right now, $70, $80. We're up $80 right now. Okay, so if you want to reset. You could just do 1, 1, 1, 1. In fact, I'm just going to do 1, 1, 1. Why not? So we're all at 1, 1, 1, 1 again. And you can see how this grows again. So here we go. We're coming out. There's a 10. We're out on the 10. I'm going to write down 10 as the number that this corresponds to. Okay, and we got 5. Oops, I didn't put out my combat. So we put out your combat, and that goes to the 5. So you write down 5 as the number that the second bet corresponds to. Again, 1, 1, 1, 1. There's another 5. Sweet. So this 5 wins, okay? And this 5 travels. So now I'm at 10, 0, 5. Here's my second position bet again because it won. 8. Okay. So I'm at 10, 8, 5. And then here's my fourth position bet. Hopefully you followed this and you're tracking what's going where. It's not difficult once you're doing it. It might be difficult to watch it and see it. So just feel free to replay it or email me at diceoutchannel@gmail.com. I'll give you a call. I mean, I can explain it on the phone, or you just rewind it as well. So we're at 10, 8, 5, 6. That's our 4 numbers. We're just going to roll till this resolves. And it just resolved. So there was 7. So the don't pass 1. Okay, so it stays at 1 unit. Everything else goes to 2 units. Too easy. Okay, 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay. So we are coming back out. There's 1. We're point of 5. Oh, I forgot to take my shooter away. Point of 5. And so we're at 1, 2, 2, 2. So I write down 5 as my position 1 bet. 5. 9 is my position 2 bet. 1, 2, 2, 2, remember. So there's another 9. Sweet. So that pays. And that comes down. That goes there. Okay. Comes down to 1 unit. So 1 now is 1, 1, 2, 2. And we're waiting to see where our second position bet is, but our third position's on 9. Wow, that's cool. 3 9s in a row. So the third position also won. Second position goes to 9 again. So I'm at 5, 9 again. And then this goes down to 1 unit. Third position bet. We're waiting to get that seated. And there's another 5. So I don't pass. My first position loses. It's going to go. Oh, it's going to go away. So we're going to keep it going. And we're going to make sure it's at a 2 for the next time. So I'm at 2, 1, 1. And then my numbers are 0, 0, are 0, 9, 5, right? And so here's my fourth position bet, which is now on the pass line. So it would have been the come line, right? If we hadn't just rolled a point. So it's at 6, 0, 9, 5, 6. And now we just roll. 7 out. So all 3 of those lose it. So everything lost there. So now we're coming out at 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. Hopefully that's easy enough to follow. 2, 2, 2, 2. And we're coming out again. Lost that shooter. There's a 5, fever. Fever 5. So our first position number is 5. Second position lost. We do not replace it. So it just goes to 3. So I'm at 5, 0. So we were at 2, 2, 2, 2, but now we're at 2, 3, 2, 2, but we're not going to replace our second position. Here's a third position, goes to 9. So 5, 0, 9, and then 7 out. So here's our fourth position 1, okay, and then the second position also 1. The third position, which was on the 9, lost. So these 2 go back down to base level. So now we're at 1, and this goes away. 1, 3, because the second position lost. 3, because the third position lost. 1, because the fourth position won. Okay? So, and this shooter goes away. So now, on my card, it says exactly that. 1, 3, 3, 1. Okay, so it tells me where I am. And we're coming out. We're out on the 9. Need a 9. 9 is fine. 3 units here on the come. 8. 8 is great. So I'm at 9 and 8 as far as what they correspond to. 3 units here on the come. Ace deuce. So that lost. So now we're going to 4 units on the third position. Okay. So we have to remember that. 4 units, write it down. So 9, 8, 0. And then I was 1 unit on the fourth position. Okay. And we're back on 9. So that travels. The first position loses. Okay. And so first position is now at 2. So we would be at 2, 3, 4, 1, except the first position and the third position lost. So on our numbers, we're at 0, 8, 0, 9. Okay. And we're coming out. Ideally, we'll roll an 8 or a 9. And we rolled a 9. Sweet. So we won that 9. We're out on 9. So that comes down. And that was our fourth position bet. So our fourth position bet comes back out and is able to travel. And it travels right back to the 9. So we're off on the come out. Not that it matters terribly in this situation. And everything loses. So we are not done with that shooter, but we have no money on the table. So we're going to go ahead and reset to our next set of numbers. So we're at 2, 4, 4, 2. If you weren't following there, so pretty much everything lost there. It was a total wipeout. So 2, 4, 4, 2 is what we're going to, and I'm going to go ahead and start that now. 9, Nina Pasadena. And so we've got 4 units here. Jelly will just 7 out. No, it goes to 4. So we've got 9, 2, 4, 4, 2 corresponds to 9, 4, and 6. Oops. Should have put 4 units out there. 6 travels, and then 2 units out here, right? 10. TIN 10. Now I've got some variety, lots of ways to win. There's a 5. That's not one of them. 7 out. Dang it. All right. So the first number, 1, okay? So that goes back down to 1. And then we're at 1, 5, 5, 2. Now, we do only have 2 shooters left, and we were up a decent amount of money. So we'll see what happens here in the last couple of shooters. So 1, 5, 5, 2 is what we're out on. So we'll collect these. That gets paid. Goes down to single unit. Okay. And here we go. 1, 5, 5. 1, 5, 5, 3. Yeah, 1, 5, 5, 3 this time. There we go. 1, 5, 5, 3. 8. Easy 8. So we're out on 8. 8 is great. 5 units is a quarter. So we're going to roll. 6. Easy 6. 5 units is a quarter. 7 out. All right. So our first position won. The second position also, no, the third position also won. So we're going to pay that. Second position lost. So, and we never made it the fourth position. So we're going to come back out with 1, 6, if you want. Now you can keep it at 5. You can cap it at 5 if you want. Up to you. I'm going to go ahead and go to 6. 6, 1, 6, 4, 3. Okay. This will go away. This gets paid. 1, 6, 4, 3. Lo and behold, we're at a last shooter. So 12. That pushes. Okay. 1, 6, 4, 3. 8. We're on an 8. 1, 6, 4, 3. 6 is $30. 6 units. 8. We're back on the 8. So the 1, first position lost. It would go to the second position if I were, I mean, it would go to 2 units if I were going to play more, but I'm not because we're on a last shooter. So that's just going to lose. 6. And then the third position is 4 units. So it would be on the come, but we just roll our point. So it's going to go to the pass. Put it over here. We're coming out again. Dang. 7. So the 6 units lost. And so that would go to 7 units, only we're not going to play again. Now, the third position, 1, okay, and it's going to go down to 3 units. And y'all, if you're in a situation like this, again, just give it some time. It'll come back. It doesn't take very long to make it back, but you just have to, this is, again, for like just sitting and drinking a little bit and just having some fun. So 3, 2, 7, and I'm at 3 units here. Wow, so that won. So making some money back here. Goes down to 2 units, and we're out of 9. So my third position bet is a 9, and now here's my fourth position, which is 3 units. Yo 11. So that won. Fourth position, about 1 at 3 units. Okay, so it goes down to 2 units. And it still hasn't been seeded, so fever. So I like that, being on the 9 and the 5. Hey, there's a 5. That's why I like it. So there we go. We're now down to 1 unit on our fourth position. Okay. So it would be at 2. We would be at 2, 7, 2, 1, but this is our last time shooting, so that's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, there we go. There's our 9. So we're at 2, 7, 1, 1 now. The 9 travels, but we're out on the we're off on the come out, and so now we're just gravy, right? Whatever happens, happens here. So 6. We'd rather have some 6s and 9s. There was an 8. There's a 6. So we won there. And we're just going to roll this out. We're out on the 8. 4. Little Joe. Nothing happening. There's an 8. 8 is great. So we won on the pass line. So we just collect the chip. And we establish another point. There's a 7. 7 on the come out. So with that, we resolve. So the 9 goes away. And the pass line gets paid. All right. So hopefully you learned a little bit from this. Just a different way of playing this. Now, that was a come out 7. Okay. So I didn't technically lose this shooter, but the video has gone long enough and you understand the gist of it. Just keep track of not only the units that are in each position, but like what number that corresponds to. Go as slow as you need to. That's the great thing about bubble craps or stadium craps, is it lets you go slow. Ultimately, again, I'm going to count up. I'm not sure whether I'm up or down, but again, I know that I would end out up. If I were playing in a live session, I probably will. So there's 200, 300, 400, and then here's 475. So it looks like I am up. So even though I'm at 7 units on my second position, right? So that's 500. And then here's 525, 550, $550, right? And so 50, essentially the profit is $50 there. And it's been like 30 minutes. So again, not a lot of money, but enough money. And then that second position, when that's able to come back down, that really makes you money. Thank you for watching. This is my version again of the Hedgeless Horseman. This is Dice Out. Subscribe if you haven't yet. If you like the content, like the video, and we really appreciate it. Take care. Bye.